Hey, it's Friday the 24th. Quick look at what happened this week. Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Silver I got right. We had a sell level at 21.95, 22.05. The high was 21.98. So if you waited for that sell level, we got a chance at the beginning of the week. We've drifted off quite nicely, offering a good profit on shorts of up to 80 points, which isn't too bad, is it? Retesting last week's low at 21.14. We've been down to 21.11. For me, silver looks like it's in a bear trend and will continue to go down. Yes, there is a small chance of a double bottom here, I think, but we're not testing any particular support, so I'd be very surprised if that holds. I think we break lower and go down further next week. A negative outlook on gold, but gold hasn't really done much. We're retesting last week's low, which is kind of what I expected for this week, and I do think we'll probably break lower, but there's not much point in looking at it right now. Oil is in this horrible big sideways pattern. I don't like it. Maybe this kind of trading suits you, but it doesn't suit me, so it really is a case of trading the range and waiting for a breakout. Dollar index on the 4-hour chart. I've been talking about the dollar going higher for quite a long time. We had some bullish signals at the beginning of the Then we formed a bull flag and we broke above the trend line, which goes back to here, 21 of November. So getting on for 3 months. Broke above there and we broke above the bull flag trend line as well. We're going up, but we're going up slowly. The whole market is in slow motion mode at the moment. I think the outlook for the dollar still remains bullish. Aussie dollar has been good to us, going lower. If you were selling into shorts at my resistance levels, you've done quite well, 50 pips or so. Profit, we're testing support down at 68.00, 67.80, and that has held. So a bounce is certainly possible in the Aussie versus the US. A break below 67.60 will stop us out of our longs and will be a sell signal. Dollar yen also a slow mover. I'm bullish. I think this is a consolidation pattern. We're holding this trend line really nicely. That was my buy level down there yesterday at 134.10, 133.90. Nice bounce off. If you manage to jump into a long position, you are now looking at a profit of around 100 pips, even though we haven't moved very much. Can't do more than catch the exact low for the week, can I? I think it's worth holding that long. I think we'll eventually break above this week's high, which is 135.36. I don't know whether that will happen today, but I would hope it will happen next week. Euro versus the US dollar also moving slowly, but of course the euro has been weakening, which is as expected because I did see the dollar heading higher. Nice, a resistance level at 106.90, 107.10 has worked. Shorts there, which is the high of the week, are doing all right, although it took quite a long time for it to get to my target of 106.00. 105.90. There is some minor support there, helped a little bit by this 500 period moving average on the 4-hour chart. So a bounce is possible, and certainly we are holding at the moment. I'm not really talking about a resumption of the bull trend, well, a bull correction, because longer term this pair are most definitely in a bear trend, but we did have a good correction higher from late September up to the beginning of February. I don't think we're going to see that trend resume that you see on the 4-hour chart here. I think we might see a move back up to 106.80, 107.00. That is possible, but we start breaking below 105.60. That's going to be a sell signal. I just think for now, on the first test of this support level, a bounce is possible. I wouldn't bet the house on it, but I'm saying it certainly is possible. The most sensible thing to do is probably sit back, wait, see if it does bounce and sell into resistance. That would be the safest strategy, or sell a break below the support level. Euro CAD. Now, I do wonder if this is a head and shoulders pattern in the making. Left shoulder, triple top head, right shoulder. There's a strong chance that this is happening, but we need a break below good support at 142.30, 142.10. Break below there is a sell signal, and we're 150 pips away from that right now. Cable's another market establishing a sideways trend. The trend lines are working quite well. Good support down there around the 119.50 area. We overran a little bit, didn't we? But we did bounce off and we hit my target. So we've had some money out of cable, even though it's not been easy to trade in this sideways trend. If we do break below 119.00 next week, it's going to be a really important sell signal. Expected the CAD yen after we eventually broke higher. Admittedly, we've had one or two losers on the break above there, which fooled me. Eventually, we broke higher. That was the buy signal. We didn't quite get to the 38.2% fib. We failed just below there. I think we will trend higher in Canadian dollar versus Japanese yen. We have got some support around 99.00, 98.90, which is holding. If we break, we should get a good buying opportunity around 98.50, 98.30. DAX is consolidating after the bull run, starting to look increasingly like a bull flag. I had a buy level at 15.350, 15.300. We dipped as far as 15.267. Not enough to stop us out of a long, and we did have a really good bounce off there. So this will be key for next week. We could trade sideways for quite a significant period of time. I talked about this in a video, I think it was the middle of last month, about how the stock markets would probably start to trade sideways through the summer. So far, that prediction is coming true, which I wish it wasn't, because it's not great for trade opportunities. US stock markets have been fun. They've actually been easy to read. The S&P broke the support level, went straight to my next target of 4,000 down to 39.90. We were buying into longs down there with a stop below 39.75. That's worked quite well because yesterday's low was just a fraction below 39.75. Hopefully not enough to stop you out. Now, I'm hoping we get a recovery at least up to 40.40 to 40.50 today, so that we can take a profit on the long before the weekend. If we close below 39.70, that's going to be a sell signal for the start of next week. NASDAQ, honestly, I haven't got a clue. The trend lines are certainly working, so if you're following the report and scalping the market, the levels are working quite well. The trend lines really are all I can rely on at the moment. Dow Jones, this was a beauty. The triangle held. We had a couple of fake outs, but they didn't fool me, fortunately, because I was waiting for a break above the January high, and we didn't do that, even though we did try to shake out some short positions on that break above the trend line. Then we tested that support at 33,600. The break below 33,500 was my sell signal. Down we went. If you managed to get into a short position, we did all right out of that. I think it's a consolidation in probably what is further moves to the downside. 32,600 certainly does look like a realistic target for the Dow Jones. You can see that we should have good resistance at 33,600, 33,700. It's on the trade sheet. So if you're a subscriber, you know all about that. But they're the sort of levels I'm looking for. On the target on the downside, 32,600. That's all I've got to say in a relatively quiet week. But we had some winning trades, so it's been profitable. And that's all we can ask for when the markets are quiet. Any questions? Throw them in the comments box and I'll answer them as quickly as I can. Have a great weekend. We'll chat again on Monday.